On today's episode of WatchJRGo, we are going to take this Honda Accord that we don't know anything about and try to get it fixed and back out of our lives before the lockdown hits. What is going on, guys? I'm WatchJRGo, and today I'm here with Chris, and he tweeted me and said, I've got this old Honda Accord. I don't want to work on it anymore. It has a few problems, and he mentioned that it has an access hole. So it has kind of a few of them, and yeah, he said come get the car. So here we are to get a free Honda Accord 4-door with the V6, the 3.0 V6, and it had, what else is wrong with it? It's got a few issues.
Dinged every panel, rust.
Does.
Yeah.
That's a lot of rust, isn't it?
Clear coat's going.
Yeah. Little paint issues, some cancer. It looks like the bumper doesn't want to be on the car anymore.
Yeah. And the tires probably could use a little love too.
I think I saw a few different tires. But that's, you bought it all like that. This isn't anything he did to the car. It just kind of came like that. It was a great deal. And then the power steering pump went.
Yeah.
And the power steering pump sounds very, very bad.
Yeah.
Hole in the high pressure line, it looks like. It's been taped back up, and it's sort of holding.
Yeah.
So that's something.
Yeah.
Jake's over here manning the air compressor. The tires were pretty low from sitting. It's been sitting for a long time here. And it's done. Look at that.
Silence.
35. Yeah, it's nice that it's quiet now. So we're gonna load this thing onto the trailer, see if we can get the parts. Honda parts are sometimes tricky. You never know whether every single part's gonna be in stock at like O'Reilly's, or if it's Honda dealer only, or if it's even worse than that, which is like if the Honda dealer has to order it, you're in trouble. But yeah, we're gonna grab this Accord, try to make it run right real fast, and just have some fun with it. I don't think it's gonna be too big of a job.
It's smooth when you turn it.
Look at that, the power steering pump. Yeah, that was easy to find here at the Honda dealership. This came from LKQ? Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So it's a used power steering pump, but it should be good. We'll start this one, take a look at it real quick, and you guys can tell us if you think it's bad or not. Let me know in the comments below.
She wants to.
Well, it looks like those bearings are pretty bad, and the bearings in this one are really good. So that might get this job done, other than the fact that it needs a high pressure line. So where's that thing bolt on? Oh, right here. I'm holding the high pressure line out, but maybe O'Reilly's has that. We'll call them on the way home, see what's going on. All right, here we go. The power steering is still power steeringing. It's surging, but it works just a little bit. This is a very maneuverable car. Very maneuverable. I like it. Wow, that's a lot of work to drive.
Gosh, I'm so glad you know how to balance a trailer.
Do you like how the truck sat back up where it belongs?
All these Neanderthals that pull all the way forward with the front engine car.
No.
Front wheel drive car.
I was like, I don't want to drive it like that.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. All right. And the best part about it being so far back is it's easy to strap the rear end.
Yeah.
So now let's get this thing all loaded up. It has power steering every once in a while. It's kind of fun.
Really?
Kind of hilarious that you're turning the wheel and it'll be like jerk, jerk, jerk. Good times. We have the Accord all loaded up. Thank you so much, Chris.
Yeah.
We'll make sure it gets to a good home or on down the road. It'll live again.
Yeah, that'll be great.
First stop with the car, O'Reilly's. Let's just get some parts, see if they've got this hose, and I'm gonna assume that it's not at this store. We probably need to get it from the hub, but it would be cool if it was. Thanks, Jake. Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up?
All right, let's get under the hood of this thing. Jake's gonna pull the battery in 30 seconds. Are you done yet? Oh, we don't have a block of wood. We don't have hood struts. Oh, who would have ever imagined that we got a car that needs hood struts?
That never happened.
Yeah, I think we need a 10 to get this battery out of here. At least there's no corrosion or anything on the terminals. We'll rip it out and go grab a new one and maybe pick up hood struts on this trip. Might as well get those done. Hit it with the rip and power. Oh, that's a true ripper right there.
All 72 teeth.
I think you're good. Go, Jake. It's your birthday. Get that battery out this Honda.
Strange. No hold down.
2 more days till the lockdown, so we're hurrying because we gotta.
Oh yes. Put your thumbs on both terminals.
That's how you get electrocuted, right? Yeah, obviously not. That is a heavy battery, and this is just. There's no way to get it out without getting the bottom of it lifted up. Return used batteries professional. I mean ocean.
I was gonna say.
Okay, here's our core. It's from 15. It's not like terribly old, but yeah, we'll get rid of this, put a new battery in it.
15 was 5 years ago.
Yeah, that's true. It seems like last year though. Thank you, sir. All right, let's go back to O'Reilly's, the other one. And we're at the next O'Reilly's. This is the hub. They had all of our parts and I wanted them all tonight, so I decided to run across town real fast, hit it up. So we're gonna run inside, take this battery in, get another battery. Problem solved. All right, we've got a brand new battery in the car. Should start right up now. No need for a jump pack. It's been sitting for years, so you just replace those batteries anyway. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Car did not like that. Wrong key. There's a green key light. I wonder if that key does something else, valet key or something. Weird. Now I have the free Accord in the garage. We can finally go around and take a look at it. It looks like the hood might be a repaint or out of a salvage yard or something like that. Totally different color. It's like light blue and the car is like a nice dark silver. The vertical surfaces seem to be holding up clear coat wise. The roof, I mean, all the horizontal surfaces are basically toast. You can see all that clear is shot. But here I have what I hope is everything to fix the car. I grabbed a hood strut, SG326010. That hood strut is the one that looks like it's blown all of its fluid and gas out. Hopefully changing that will make it easy to work on the car. High pressure power steering line. 1340-1165. I'll put links in the description below for all this. Some power steering fluid, and we have the used pump that came with the car. Why buy another pump? Really no reason to go overkill when that one feels wonderful. There's not much more here to say. Let's open the hood, get to work on the car, and hopefully we have it sorted out in the next 30 minutes or so, and the car can go right on back down the road. All right, there's the old hood strut. We'll just snap this one on, right here, and now the hood is up. So the top side of this pump all looks easy. The high pressure connection's right there. It looks like 2 10s, maybe a 10, maybe a 10 right there. We'll pop that off to get the pulley. This is the power steering reservoir connection right there, low pressure side. Super easy, pull the clamp, pull. Man, that thing is overflowing right there, so we'll have to do a little degreasing and cleaning after the fact. The line itself was duct taped right there to try to hold pressure, which definitely isn't going to work. Down there we have our pressure sender for some reason, and we'll have to get that out, and then we have to find the connection to the rack. Hopefully that's not terribly hard. We gotta get this thing up in the air so I can see the rack, and we'll go from there. I went straight for the easy button here. I tried to go in from the top to get this high pressure power steering line off with the flare wrench. No go. Tried it with a 14 open, definite no go. So I just grabbed the cutoff wheel, and if you look way down inside there, you can see I just cut that thing straight off. Now I'm gonna grab a 14 on an extension, and that should just rip it out of there. So put the impact on it, and we'll rip that line off. And since it's cut, super easy. Rip the line out, replace the whole thing. Pretty quick. If you're sitting at home and you're like, it's just a high pressure power steering line, how hard could it be? Well, I used the 1/2" impact on 2 before it came loose. And I had to hammer the socket on. It's a 14, and now I'm gonna have to go hammer out the other end of the line. 2 is like 500 or 600 foot-pounds the trigger was all the way down. That's how bad it was. Yeah, there's an extension, so I lost half that torque, but wow. You might want some big boy tools if you're gonna try this at home. It's definitely DIY, but it's not easy DIY. Oh, well, that's good. There's the fitting. There's where I cut it off with the cutoff wheel. You'll want a cutoff wheel, probably. Now I'm happy to report on the other end of the high pressure line, you just go like this, and it's done. Literally like 2/10, 3 seconds, loose. There's a pressure sensor halfway down. It's on this side by the subframe. Unhook that, and I think you're home free. I'm gonna have to guide that thing out and figure it all out, but it will come out. Listen to this. It's actually kind of hard to hear now, but let's see. Yep, that is literally not hitting anything. It's just that bad. There's shaft play in it. It sounds like there's the bearings hitting each other. Very, very bad. So let's go ahead and get the clamp off this line. Break this line loose, which might take a little bit of work here. There we go, nice and loose. We'll slide that guy off, get that bottom 12 off the pump, and the pump should be out. Change the pulley, put it back onto the new pump, and then finish up the line. Got the bottom nut off of that one. Bottom one's a stud, top one's a bolt. Wiggle the pump out. Shouldn't be too much of a fight here while I fight and pour power steering fluid all over the place. I'm gonna pour this out in a pan, stick the big impact on that. It's a 19, and we'll hit that nut real hard. Should come right off. Swap the pulley over, put the new one on. Well, the new line's in. I got the flare tightened down. Here's the top of the line. Of course, the pressure sensor's all back in. It's got an O-ring, so that's easy back there. Let's pour some power steering fluid in this thing. I should probably move all of this and crank it up. That way we can see it suck all the fluid in. After it does this, I'm gonna go ahead and probably pull a bunch of fluid back out of it because there is a lot of metal in there. And I would like to run some fluid through and then use the fluid to clean the system out. Pull it back out, put new fluid in. So that's why we've got 2 quarts instead of 1. And we are just about full in the reservoir. Time to start it up. Yo, Josh, you wanna fire this bad boy up?
Yo, I live for firing things up.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
First start in almost 1 hour. I think the keys are on the bench over there.
Is it still warm?
No, it is very much cold.
Oh.
It probably, you have to use the black key to start it too. I don't know why. You can see that nice and full of fluid right there. And it's almost all gone. That was quick. No more pump noise. How's the power steering feel?
Smooth, baby.
Dude, you turn it, it'd be like, it was very broken.
It's not bouncing off. It's good.
I think you're getting it all through, so that's awesome. The brake light was on, so I was like, maybe we should check the brake fluid. There was basically nothing in the reservoir.
No.
So now, grab some DA4, filled it back up. We're doing good there. And while I was doing that and doing a couple flushes of the power steering system, that's got brand new fluid in it. It's kind of quieted down. It seems like it's good. Josh was going through the glove box, found the radio code, got that running again because battery pull, got to do the radio. And then he found receipts saying the rear tires only have 6,000 miles on them. Pretty cool. And they're under warranty even.
Right?
Yeah.
40,000 mile warranty, so new order.
And I was gonna say like Walmart worked on one of the tires, probably not those 2, recently-ish. And what else? Oh yeah. Receipt was in there for coils, plugs, the master, the booster, that's all new, which is why there's butt crimps on the brake float there.
Like within the last 18 months.
Yep. Yeah. Somebody spent a lot of money on this car trying to do all the maintenance. I'd say that power steering line was a bit of a nightmare. It ended up taking like 2-3 hours, mostly because I wasn't trying to rush through it and because of all the nonsense getting off that flare fitting that required the 1/2 inch impact and threading it through there, taking off tins that mount the line to the frame that were rusted, and pump super easy. Pump's like a 5-minute job if you've ever worked on a car. The line, plan on an hour, maybe 2. Just need to clean this thing up and get it back out of our lives before the lockdown hits. It's coming. They're saying Tuesday now, so we've actually got like 24 hours. We got the whole thing done in 3 hours. This car is actually crazy clean inside. All the seats are in great shape. There's no rips in any of this. There's a whole lot of Little Trees air fresheners that can come down. What's this? No Bad Days. Must be some kind of, oh, it's a scent thing from Bath and Body Works. I see. Everything looks pretty clean. Chris told me the sunroof works. It's got home link. Wow. Fancy. Sunglasses holder works. Yeah, check out the home link. Everything works. Radio's working. Bunch of trash. I'm just gonna grab some gloves, clean out the interior real quick. Anything in here? More air fresheners. Lots of money too. Probably $2, $3, $4 and change. A lot of change laying around. Taking it out for its first drive at night. And honestly, might be a little dark, but it seems like it runs pretty well. Put some fuel in it, and no lights on the dash. Pretty crazy. Also, this thing says full auto, which I love. Heading into the car wash. I get this thing clean, of course. Should I test the sunroof out real quick? Probably not. Let's not risk it. All right, mediocre cleaning job because it's the middle of the night, but a quick vacuum on the floors and picked up all the trash, and I'd say I'm done with this car. So, before we get locked down car, done super fast. It's now 3 in the morning, 2:56 according to the clock. So I'd say that was about 6 hours start to finish, and we'll just hook somebody up with this car. There's not much to it, and there's kind of a lot of rust underneath the car. It's not great, so I'm not gonna sell it for a bunch of money or anything. We're just gonna get rid of it cheap, give somebody a car that needs a way to get around, and it definitely runs and drives. Normally an Accord would sell for a premium, but this is just something that'll get somebody around for a little while, and they can dispose of it. I'm basically gonna sell it for the scrap iron cost, and well, really the cost of the parts. I just put in a battery line, all that fun stuff. Sell it for $300 or something. I should mention the power steering is excellent now. And the radio is amazing. Before this thing leaves, I wanted to give you guys one good look at it in the light with the car wash and everything. It doesn't look much different, honestly, but we got some of the brake dust out of the wheels. That tire is definitely a junker. The back tires are great, like we said, still under warranty, 6,000 miles. Clear peel everywhere inside. Much, much better after the car wash. I'm not gonna mess with all that. That's all full of pop and really nasty. That Honda radio is so good. My mind is blown. It must have been a premium audio system, but what a great sounding audio system. The back seats look like they've never been sat in, minus weird staining down there, but as you guys can see, there's rust coming out of everything. Rust coming out of the door. This is all plastic down here, so it's kind of funny that it's rusting. Little dog leg rust there. Just rust. So that's why I'm basically just gonna give away the car for what we spent on parts. It's not much to sell, and it will get somebody around. Like what you would spend on 7, 10 Uber rides or something will pay for this car. So rust, bunch of rust under the car. Trans is starting to slip, typical Honda V6 stuff. That engine makes so much power, and those transmissions are always weak. Rust, that's an odd bit of rust right there. All the rust and dents. Pretty funny. It would be a good car if it had a trans in it, but instead, let's just give it to somebody who needs it. They can drive it till it dies, and scrap value will get them back out of the car. I did put a lot of work into it to get to this point. So our lockdown still hasn't started. I got the car done. I think it's supposed to start tomorrow night, something like that, but that was a quick flip. It's pretty easy to flip a car that you get for free and not make any money out of it at all, I would say. So it was just fun. I love Hondas. I love working on them. They're such great cars. Transmission issues or not, the engine's amazing. What a monster of an engine. Just driving it for a minute, you're like, ooh, that thing's peppy. But I'm done with that. So that is it for today, guys. I had a lot of fun with this. Don't forget to head on over to shop.WatchJRGo.com where you can get cool shirts like these. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time. This old Honda has a bonus viewport. Yeah. When the spare has rust and there's a hole in the bottom of the spare container, there weren't any other holes in the bottom of the car, but that's bad. I don't know if the water's just sitting back there or what. Kind of odd. Maybe the trunk leaked. Really odd. This thing it's perfect inside and had such a rough life. How does this happen?